Hello everyone, today I will be talking about Grok. Grok is an artificial intelligence chatbot developed by xAI, a company owned by Elon Musk. It was developed to be directly integrated into X, an application formerly known as Twitter. And one of its main features is to be directly aware of real-time information by announcement, news and posts made in the social media platform X. This is an advantage because other AI models needs to rely on static information and trained information on the model, and so they cannot answer to questions of recent events. Grok is designed for a wide audience, like students, content creators, journalists, or researchers, but even regular users who want quick answers, summaries, or creative content just about recent events. So, what exactly does this AI do? First of all, it's a conversational AI. You can ask it questions, request explanation, or get summaries of long discussions. It processes text, but also has an image generation capabilities. This means that you can describe a scene, concept, or idea, and it can generate an image based on your prompt. Another important feature is contextual awareness. Because it's integrated into X, you can reference specific posts or entire threads and ask Grok to summarize them, analyze the argument, and explain what's going on. In practical terms, it helps save time. Instead of scrolling through hundreds of posts, you can ask for a clear summary. Instead of switching to another app to create visuals, you can generate images directly within the same ecosystem. How do you use Grok? To use Grok, you have two options. You can just access X and start chatting with the AI. The second one is to install the dedicated application or just go to the dedicated site, access it, make an account, and just start talking with it. Once you open Grok, you will see a chat style interface. There's a text input field where you can type your question, and above it the AI generates the responses. You can refine prompts, ask follow-up questions, or request image generation. In Grok application or site, there's even a dedicated section for image generation where you can just write a prompt to Grok and it will generate many images based on it. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine there's a heated debate on X about a new economic policy. Instead of reading dozens of posts, I can ask Grok to summarize the key arguments and identify the main perspective. In second, I get a structured overview. Then, if I'm creating content, I might ask it to generate an image that represents what I'm talking about. It produces a visual concept I can use for a post or a creative project. However, Grok has also been involved in controversies. Because it has real-time access to posts and it is designed with fewer content restriction compared to some competitors, it has generated politically sensitive or controversial responses. Critics have raised concerns about misinformation, bias, and moderation standards. When Grok was first released, it started generating deepfakes about famous people, and this angered many. So it was moderated more, and now this function is removed. Since it's closely tied to Elon Musk, which is a controversial figure, and the policies of X, debates around free speech and platform governance often influence how people perceive Grok. So, Grok is very useful if you want real-time information about events that are going on these days. But you have to use it carefully since it can give you misinformation, since it gets information from posts and news made on X that can be fake news or just false statements. So use it wisely.